Welcome to the deep dive. Today, our mission is to really get into a specific piece of hardware, the Blustream HEX150CS-KIT HDBaseT extender set.
Yeah,
For anyone dealing with high bandwidth video, this is, a critical piece of the puzzle. We're sort of unpacking how it acts as infrastructure insurance.
it's definitely the definition of a robust AV backbone.
Yeah.
Its core identity is HD-based extension, which is, for anyone new to it, basically the standard for sending uncompressed video, audio, power,
All of it.
right, all across a single CAT cable. And this kit uses something called color space conversion, or CSC, to really push the distance.
And those distances, that's what really changed the game for installation planning. We're talking about holding on to the full HDMI 2.0 spec.
Yep.
So 4K at 60 hertz, 4.4.4 with HDCP 2.2 for up to 100 meters over one cable. That's a serious range.
Absolutely. And that 100-meter 4.4.4 capability, that's where you save real time and money. You don't need dedicated, expensive fiber runs.
Right.
And for 1080p, it gets even better. It hits the HDBaseT long reach mode, pushing the signal out to 150 meters.
Okay, so let's get into the CSC technology. If you have a source pushing 18 Gbps full-fat HDMI 2.0 with HDR, how does CSC manage to fit all of that down a CAT cable without, noticeable loss?
Yeah, and that's the key. The advanced CSC here is what does the data management to fit those huge signals within HDBaseT's limits, and it does it in a way that keeps the visual integrity.
So it's not just dumb compression.
Not at all. The tech is smart. It manages the color information, but keeps the high frame rates and, crucially, the HDR metadata totally intact for the other end.
And that leads directly to what I think is the aha feature for system integrators, which is the built-in video down conversion.
Correct. This is huge for mixed resolution jobs. You might have a main 4K display, but a smaller secondary screen that only does 1080p.
Happens all the time.
Right. So the down conversion lets that 1080p display get a signal from the 4K source without forcing the whole system to drop down to a lower resolution. It gives you that local compatibility.
Speaking of compatibility, those HDMI handshake failures, they are the bane of every installer's life. What's in here to make sure the connection is stable?
This is where we get into the immediate management and the HDMI reclocking on the receiver. Think of it like a very good translator between a demanding source and a fussy display.
Okay.
The EPAD management tells the source exactly what the display can handle, and the reclocking just cleans up any timing errors in the signal. It solves so many of those HDMI and HDCP issues before you even see a black screen.
So this is where the kit really becomes more than just a video pipe. It's an integration hub. We're seeing bi-directional IR and RS-232 pass through. What does that mean for the system architecture?
It means you get streamlined, comprehensive control. You don't need to run separate wires for basic functions. You can control the source back in the rack from the display with IR, and you can use RS-232 for deeper, more reliable control of devices.
All over that same cable.
All over that same CAT cable.
And that convenience is just multiplied by the bidirectional PoH power over cable plus the Ethernet pass-through.
Oh, the PoH is a huge time saver. You just power it once, either at the rack or at the display, and the other side is powered automatically. And it's not just an Ethernet port, it includes a 3-port LAN switch.
So you can pull 3 separate network drops right off the receiver.
Exactly. It massively cleans up the wiring mess you usually find behind a display.
All right, finally, let's talk audio. We need sound to match that beautiful 4K picture.
Of course. And it handles all the modern HD audio formats. We're talking Dolby Atmos, DTS HD Master Audio, all that object-based surround sound. It also manages audio return channel through HDMI or optical for soundbars.
And local audio.
Yep, the receiver has multiple breakout options. You get analog, LR, optical, and coaxial digital outputs. So you have a lot of flexibility there.
So what does this all mean? Well, the Blustream HEX150CS-KIT is a robust, premium piece of infrastructure. It's priced at $1,174, and it's backed by a 5-year warranty. It's really designed to just eliminate complexity.
It's a total powerhouse component. And if you think about the bigger picture, the integration of all these features, control, networking, PoC, into what used to be a simple extender, it just fundamentally changes how you design and scale these big AV environments.
It really does. And it raises an important question for you to mull over. When your core infrastructure itself handles power distribution and control signaling, how drastically does that cut down on the time and cost for wiring diagrams and future troubleshooting?
Think about it. Your next install could be so much simpler when that RS-232 signal doesn't need its own cable pull, and you don't need to find a power outlet behind every single screen. This kit is less about extending video, and really it's more about simplifying your entire physical plant.